You called for help, but no one came. The movie Eden Lake. Eden Lake doesn't hide help, it positions it within reach, and then reveals it one move. The horror here isn't isolation, it's proximity to people who see what's happening and choose inaction. You escape, you reach houses, you find authority, and none of it responds. Not because help is impossible, but because the people who could intervene have already decided not to. The system doesn't collapse. It just stops caring about you specifically.
Adam, what's going on? Where have you brought me? Please, Adam. Please, just give me the bloody phone!
And that distinction matters. Indifference isn't neutral, it's active. Someone has to see your situation and decide it's not worth their involvement. They weigh the risk, the inconvenience, the social costs, and they conclude, not my problem. What makes this unbearable isn't violence. It's realizing that abandonment is a choice society makes consciously. You are not invisible. You are expendable. But what if there's no society to abandon you? The movie Open Water. Open water removes all structure. No malice, no system, no decision. Just scale. You surface, the world has moved on, and you are still exactly where you were. Except now, no one knows.
You refused to swim! My God, they were both all around us and you refused!
What makes this terrifying isn't drowning, it's understanding how small you are. There's nothing to fight, no one to convince, no action that changes the outcome. The ocean doesn't notice you, and neither does the world beyond it. You can see the horizon, you can imagine rescue, you can picture helicopters, boats, search parties. But none of that imagination matters because you're operating in a space too vast for individual significance. The horror here isn't irrelevance. Help doesn't fail to arrive. It simply exists in a place you cannot reach and never could. You are not abandoned. You are dimensionally insignificant. But what if help knows exactly where you are? The movie Green Room. In Green Room, rescue is aware. Police exists. Authority functions. The location is known. But time becomes the enemy. The danger doesn't wait for help to arrive. It accelerates. Every option you consider collapses before it's actionable. Every call you make comes too late.
Oh shit.
You call the cops.
Fuck that.
Hey, stop, motherfucker! I told you to follow.
And this isn't because the system is slow. It's because the threat is faster. You are trapped in a building where violence moves at one speed and bureaucracy moves at another. The gap between those speeds is where you die. What makes this suffocating isn't that help is denied. It's that help operates on a timeline that doesn't match yours. The system will respond, just not fast enough. The horror here isn't temporal. You are not ignored. You are outspaced. And knowing help is coming doesn't comfort you. It just clarifies how long you won't survive. But what if help keeps promising to come and never does? The upcoming movie, Send Help. Send Help, releasing January 30th, is built on expectation. Signals go out, messages transmit, the system acknowledges you, and nothing changes. What makes this maddening isn't isolation. It's being told you're not isolated. Every day, hopes reset. Every day, rescue feels imminent.
Actually.
And every day, nothing arrives. You are not waiting in silence. You are waiting with confirmation. The system heard you. It logged your distress. It filed your location. But acknowledgement isn't action. And that gap becomes torture. Because if you were truly alone, you could adapt. You could plan. You could accept. But you're not alone. You are just important enough to delay. The horror here is hope weaponized. Not being abandoned feels better than being ignored. But it's worse. Because waiting becomes its own form of suffering. And hope stops being comfort.
No help is coming. We just have to accept that this is how things are now.
It becomes cruelty. But if the system itself is what traps you. The video game Quarantine Zone, The Last Check. In Quarantine Zone, The Last Check, releasing January 12th, help is procedural. You are not ignored. You are processed. The system operates. Forms exist. Protocols continue. But none of it saves anyone. What makes this disturbing isn't chaos. It's order that pretends to function. People arrive desperate, and you offer paperwork. Not because you are cruel, but because the structure you operate within has replaced care with documentation. The system doesn't fail. It redefines success. Survival isn't the goal anymore. Compliance is. You check boxes. You verify credentials. You follow procedure. And people die waiting for the next step. Because the system was never designed to save individuals. It was designed to manage populations. And management doesn't require rescue. It requires records. Help doesn't fail because it cannot reach you. It fails because it's been redesigned to record suffering instead of alleviate it. But what if help assumes it already came? The movie Frozen. Frozen doesn't deny rescue. It schedules it. Help will return. Staff will come back. The system will resume. Just not in time. What makes this agonizing isn't isolation. It's visibility. You can see the lodge. You can see cars. You can see warmth. But the system has already moved on. It flipped a switch. It closed the chapter. It assumed no one was left behind.
Where's it going? Stop! Hey! Where's it going? Hey!
And that assumption becomes your sentence. Because the system doesn't check. It trusts its own closure. You are not hidden. You are not lost. You are not abandoned in any traditional sense. You are just outside the boundary of where the system thinks to look. And that gap between where you are and where anyone expects you to be is fatal. The horror here isn't presumption. Help doesn't fail because it's malicious or ignorant. It fails because it believes its job is done. You didn't disappear. You just became irrelevant to a system that stops checking. And no amount of scraping changes that, because the system already said goodbye. Which of these feels worse? Knowing help is coming too late, or realizing it was never coming at all? Let me know in the comment section.